Hello again and welcome to Tips with Andrew. I am Andrew Sapiano. Thank you so much for joining me on this happy Saturday afternoon. We are still in the late parts of the morning. I hope you guys are having an awesome start to the weekend so far. I hope you guys are taking the chance to enjoy this beautiful weather we have here on this Father's Day long weekend. I hope you guys are making sure to take care of your dads and show them how much they mean to you and how much your life would be not as great as it is without them. So to all the to all the fathers out there, I know it's a day early, but hey, happy Father's Day. Happy Father's Day weekend. We can have a weekend. Heck yeah, why not? Quick update before we get started. Convention tickets have gone on sale officially. Yes, it's going to be in September. I'm super excited. Convention is Doterra's biggest event of the year. There's going to be tons of cool new products that comes out. Learning a little bit more, or a lot of it more, about how to live a less toxic lifestyle, how to remove toxins from your everyday life, and it's super awesome. There's going to be tons of cool stuff going on. You can get tickets for in person. It's going to be in Utah. At the stadium where the Utah Jazz play. If you're interested in attending in person, definitely reach out to me. We'll get some travel arrangements set up and everything will be rocking and rolling. There's also a live stream version. That's the one that I'm super excited about. We've got, there's a swag box that comes on. You can add on your purchase, new products. Products that don't get released to the general public, so I'm super excited for that, right? Because you get products that most people don't have, and it's a way to have like a one-up on your friends. I love it. So definitely, convention is awesome. Tickets go up in price in July, I believe it is. So we want to lock in the lowest price possible. Definitely, if you or somebody you know of is interested in attending, definitely reach out to me, drop me a comment, send me a message, and we'll get you rocking and rolling. I have launched a weight loss course for beginners. It is an online digital course for download. Discover 5 little-known secrets on how to lose weight. If you or somebody you know of is interested in getting access to it, definitely reach out to me, drop me a comment, send me a message. There's tons of cool stuff that comes along with the initial launch, and I'm super excited to get it out there into the mass. It is officially live now, so I'm super excited to be helping change people's lives, right? Weight loss is, it's one of like 3, I think, of the toughest things that you will ever deal with in your life. So I definitely am, I definitely love talking about this subject. You know, for me, quickly, I used to be a lot bigger and then I lost a whole bunch of weight. So I love talking about it. I love helping people with it, and definitely reach out to me if you're interested in learning how some things that help me, and a little bit ways to help you too. All right, so today is actually, what is it? It is National Saunter Day. And for those that do not know, saunter just means to slow down a little bit and to sort of take your time. You can really, you hear this one a lot in the workplace, right? That guy's just sauntering over to his workstation, or, way to be sauntering just up to the front of the office, right? So that's where I wanted to come on and actually give some tips. This is a perfect way to talk about how to slow down when life is really busy, super busy, right? I get it, man, I do. I totally get it. 24 hours in a day, and you're thinking, man, if I could only have give me like 10, 15 minutes more, man, I need it because we live very busy on the go lifestyles. There's a lot that we're trying to cram into the 24-hour period, right? That's where we need to just understand that everybody in the world has 24 hours, right? Nobody has more or less time than that in a day. So that's where it's all about, sort of, I guess, prioritizing your time as opposed to trying to just be super busy all the time. There is a difference, right, in being busy and being productive, right? So you can be super busy and not have anything going on, and you can be super productive and not super busy all at the same time. So that's where I wanted to come on, give some tips that help me sort of slow down, take a step back. For me, it was really something that I had to learn, right? I'm really one of those go all the time. And if I'm not constantly going, right? There's something wrong, and I think that there's something that I should be doing, or there's a different way that I could be doing something, or there's something that I should be researching, right? So for me, it was really a learning curve to really want to take a step back, slow down, and really enjoy life, right? You only get one life to live, so why not enjoy it, right? So here we go. Tips on how to slow down when life is super busy. Number one, this is pretty self-explanatory right here. Do less, right? You have to learn. You have to learn to say no more. You have to also say, one of the things that I learned more than anything is no, thank you, right? There's a funny video that I saw a little bit ago was, I'm not doing that because it's not something, it's not in line with my values, right, as a person. I like that one. That one, it's really kind of the way that the world has shifted, right? And so this is really one of those where we can, there's a few non-negotiables in the day that we need to do more, that needs to be done. That's why I like to call them the non-negotiables, right? You've got, you have to eat, you have to work, you have to sleep, you probably have to do some sort of personal hygiene, right? Maybe we don't have to exercise, but we should be doing some sort of exercise. But then there's also the extracurricular, right? Hockey practice, soccer practice, baseball season is in full effect right now. I know for a fact that hockey tryouts are happening for next year's season. So there's a whole bunch of stuff that's going on, and there is some non-negotiables that, you have to do in your day. And that's where we have to just get used to doing a little bit less, right? We can't add, we don't always have time to add stuff to our schedule, right? A lot of times we have to subtract stuff because, again, there's only 24 hours in the day. There's, 8 hours for sleeping, 8 hours for working. That's 16 hours right there. And then you also have to eat, right? So you have 8 hours left in the day to do everything that needs to be done. So that's where you can't always add extra stuff into your day. Sometimes you have to do some subtracting. You have to do a little bit less. And I promise you, it's sort of one of those, take one step back to take 2 steps forward type thing. Because when you're doing less, it just gives you, it makes your brain, able to perform better, right? You don't have so much going on that, that it's all taking up time and space. Number 2, be mindful of the moment, right? There's so many moments. I read a great quote. If you're too busy searching for the next moment, how do you know what this moment is all about? And I like that one. I like it because of everything, right? I like the way that actually there's the little blurb that I started off this video with is, everything is fast-paced now. Even our walking has become fast-paced. And that's really supposed to be one of the most enjoyable, most relaxing forms of transportation, right? So that's where, a lot of times we have to be mindful of the moment. Walking, definitely be mindful. Look out for the trees and the birds and the animals, right? And the nature and the beauty of it all. When you're eating, be mindful of your eating, right? I like doing this one because when you're mindful of your eating and you actually slow down and you take your time to eat, you actually get full faster. And when you're too busy stuffing your face, your body doesn't have time to realize that you're full until you've just consumed a whole bunch of extra nutrients that you don't actually need. We're filling up on the calories and all that stuff. But when we are mindful eating, we tend to eat less. And we have a little bit more, it gets us fuller faster, so that way we don't have to eat as much. And that, that's a way right there. Also, I like being mindful of the moment as like a meditation type thing, right? When we are focused on what we're doing and our task at hand, it's really, a form of meditation because we're not focused on, a whole bunch of different things. We're not trying to multitask. We're not trying to do a little bit of a lot of stuff. We're trying to focus all of our effort and our energy into that one specific thing. So that's where I love that one. Just be mindful of the moment. Take it in, soak it all in, all of it, right? All of it. There's so much beauty and greatness that life has to offer us if we just slow down and smell the roses, I guess, if you will, the proverbial roses. Number 3, focus on the positives, right? This is one of the things that I really had to learn very much more than anything, is that I love talking from my experience, because my experience was if I'm not doing a lot, if I'm not going, if I'm not, exceeding my expectations always, then really for me, sort of what's the point, right? If I'm not going to go hard and really give it all of my all, then what's the point, right? And that was a really big thing that I had to learn, is one of those, just again, take one step back to take 2 steps forward, because we can't always go all the time. I like this one. Actually, I'll come back to that one. But when you focus on the positives of, I can now enjoy life, I can enjoy the nature, I can, relax in the moment, as opposed to thinking the negative side, right? Oh my God, now there's so much that I have to do, and I'm so far behind, and, how am I going to make up the time? And there's so much things that has to be done, and, that was really stupid of me to take the time off, and to take a rest, and to take a break, right? So that right, you can tell. Just the difference in mindset right there, right? When you're thinking positive things are going to happen, because you're really attracting the positivity in your life. When you're thinking negative things are going to happen, and it's going to keep being negative, because you're going to get more of what you think about. So when you're thinking that it's negative, it's going to appear more negative than if you were to think positive, and that way it may or may not appear super positive to you, but it will definitely appear less negative. And that's really what we want to do, because, happy thoughts, right? We want to be happy. And the only real way to be happy is to think happy thoughts, right? If there's no real way to think negative thoughts and to, be upset at everything always and then be happy. I don't know, maybe I'm an anomaly in that case. And for me, for you can be super happy while thinking negative about everything, right? So I don't know. But that's what I think right there, is that if you focus on how it could be positive and beneficial for you versus how it's a waste of time, definitely is going to change your outlook of life, right? Side note, water. Always, water is great for overall wellness. You want to be trying to drink about half your body weight in ounces per day. So, yes, focus on your water intake. As well as the positives, right? So, today we are National Saunter Day. So we are talking ways to slow down when life is super busy and you're on the go and don't have any time to yourself. Number 1, do less. Pretty self-explanatory, I think. Number 2, be mindful of the moment. Number 3, focus on the positives. Number 4, get outside. Outdoors, there. This is another one this is part of me, focusing on the positive. This was another thing that I really had to learn, because it was one of those that, again, what's the point? What's the point of going outside and, being in nature and all of that stuff if there's nothing else that can be done, right? Or if I'm not doing what I'm supposed to be doing, or if I'm not progressing my career forward, right? Or if I'm not researching something. You see how my brain, that's how my brain works, right? It just goes, right? 1,000,000 miles a minute always. So, for me to get outdoors, now this is where I wanted to circle back with what I was going to talk about earlier, is that I read somewhere that Bill Gates, he takes, I don't remember the exact time, but I think it's a month or 2 months, but it could just be a week out of every month, to go to his private island. I mean, I know, okay, right? We don't all have private islands that we can go to, just hang out for however long we want, right? But Bill Gates is one of the richest men in the world, and his philosophy is to take time out of his life to go outside and be, just peacefully with himself and, in the outdoors enjoying nature. Now, for me, that's where you speak my language right there. If one of the richest men in the world doesn't always go, and he takes time out of his schedule to do nothing, quote unquote, that's good enough for me. Sign me up for that. That's really all I need to know, and I will do it, right? Getting outside, there's so much research that shows how beneficial the outdoors are. It's really great. I mean, it's just one of those, right? When you're looking outside, especially on a day like today, you've got the sun shining, got a little bit of clouds, which is, makes that nice little view going on. You got the ocean where the sun is just sparkling off. I mean, it's real hard to not want to enjoy that and to think about how that's negative towards you, right? I mean, for me, I'm looking at it right now, and it's really hard for me to think negative thoughts while looking at that beautifulness outside. Number 5, make lists. This is one that I really had to learn, and I actually caught on this concept because Tina is a list maker. I have a list for my list, and then a list for that, and then a master list that takes care of all the lists, and then a master list that needs to take care of all the other sub lists, right? And for her, there's lists on top of lists everywhere else, but she knows what has to happen. She knows where her priorities are. She knows how she has to tackle things. She knows what needs to be done. And, maybe you attach like a time limit on there, right? However long you can take to do that. But this was one, this is perfect for, knowing your priorities. I also love making lists because in our mind tends to wander, and it tends to not really deliver things to us in a way that is actually happening. So our mind has a way to, what's the word I'm looking for here? It's take things out of context and not really give you what you want to do or what you think you want to know, I guess, if you will. But it also has a way of thinking that you have a whole lot to do when you don't really have that much to do. And that's why I love the list making, because I was that, right? I had it all up in my head and everything, I was going and I had this to do and I had that to do and then, okay, I need to do this over here and then, oh man, I forgot to do that. That's the way it would pretty much work out for me. So that's where making lists really helped me to just get everything out of my brain and onto paper and understand that that's what needs to be done. Those are my priorities, because you can get it all off whack if you're just keeping everything up in your brain. Your brain has got a lot of functions that it's doing all day, every day. So we want to take one less thing out of that, right? And it's easy to forget. One of the quotes that I read that stuck with me is, don't trust your memory. Do not trust your memory. Memory has a way of, of making things seem a lot worse than they really are. My last tip, more than anything, is essential oils. I love using essential oils for everything and helping me slow down. Actually, I have one here, an essential oil called Roman chamomile. Roman chamomile, I don't know, however you want to say it. It was actually an oil that was used by the ancient Romans to help calm people before going off to war. Right? So I love that one, because when we're talking about daily life, right? I don't know, maybe it's just me, but it is, right? It is a daily struggle. It's a daily fight, and it is nothing short of a personal war going on with you at all times. So that's where Roman chamomile, right? It has that innate ability to calm your nerves when you have to depart for the war of is life. My next oil here that I have is ylang-ylang. And I love using ylang-ylang. It's actually a natural aphrodisiac. But this one is a very unique oil in the sense that it has the innate ability to calm the senses, but as well as uplift and invigorate, right? So you're getting the calming and uplifting all from the same oil. That's amazing. I love when you get the oils that have multiple different properties to it, and they can do multiple functions, right? I love that one. I use that one in the diffuser actually a lot, and it's great for, I like using the oils on the collars of my shirts. That's where I love using it more than anything, because that way when I sweat, it actually creates a natural diffuser, and I have them on me all the time. That's all I got for you for today. Thank you so much for joining me. I really hope you guys enjoyed this. I know I had some fun making it. Feel free to share this with your friends, a family member, perhaps somebody from your team that you feel needs to hear this. If you'd like to learn more about essential oils or how to get your hands on some of this cool stuff that I'm talking about, or if you'd like a free sample of oils just to give it a try before you make a real commitment, definitely reach out to me, drop me a comment, send me a message saying me, and we'll get you rocking and rolling. Thank you so much for joining me. I really hope you guys have a fantastic rest of your weekend, or rest of your day, and an even better rest of your weekend, and I look very forward to talking to you again. I love you guys. Bye for now.